watch the interviews. Oh yeah, this is disgusting. All the psychological specialists say that this abuse by the person they're supposed to trust is worse than physical abuse. And I've been physically abused. I've been physically and sexually abused as a young person. And let me tell you something. What I'm looking at with the psychological abuse, whoa, you know what I mean? And then, so, because unfortunately this kid sounded to me at 23, 22, I think, just exactly like the Catch Me Outside girl. And now I looked up the Catch Me Outside girl and she hasn't changed. She hasn't changed. She made millions of dollars off of being a product of being just extremely stupid. When you're on social media, when you're out in culture, the cool culture, you gotta be like a little stupid. You know, people are really super highly judgmental of individualism. You've gotta kind of go by the uniform, you know what I mean? And chase the money, chase the money, chase the money. Do anything for money. Child abuse for money. You know, lie to your simp husband. Could you imagine if everything I'm saying is true? What is this for? Could you, what did she do to him? Poor fucking dude's just, he knows what it is. And but he's older and he doesn't have confidence in himself because he's been simping fucking, that's why in self-development, you want to build up to greatness. You step out of something great into something greater, right? But if you're sitting there simping to child abuse, if your hand is red hot glowing guilty of child abuse and you figured it out and you didn't do anything and you just stay in that situation and you continue to make bad comments about this dad to this kid and all this, telling yourself you did the right thing. I mean, what kind of psychological conundrum is that? You know what I'm saying? Like my dog, you know, she knows I love her. She knows I'll do anything for her. You know, she knows that. These lied to kids, they gotta know somewhere deep, and that's all in the literature. In fact, their nervous system is under constant shock, right? Every freaking day. Just like a child abuser who's scared to get raped again, right? These guys, but this is a psychological, you can't even see, you know, it's graphic, this is horrible. You know, a butthole, a face, heals. And then you kind of have this, all right, forward march. This shit remains, man, every day. And you've got to face that hard truth. My mother didn't brainwash me. She just locked me up in places, right, the whole time, so she didn't have to do her job. And there's no bad 10-year-olds. There's just bad parents of 10-year-olds that do this shit. There's so many kids that were in my situation that are still instituted, that are still locked up. And they never had a chance. They never had a chance. They got trapped by slave catchers, by control freaks, and used to get money off their heads. And that's what the prison system's getting, right? Not doing now. That's what we're doing now with this whole corporate ball. That's why I've written entirely new paradigms, more in tune with nature. And I'll put links below. And that's why I don't care what your judgment, I don't care how none of my hardcore cowboy killer people and a lot of them in Albuquerque don't, you know, just kind of left me hanging, left me to die, and now don't support anything I do. I don't care. I know I'm doing the right thing, and those are just a bunch of bitches now, you know. And I stayed hard, and I stayed overcoming shit rather than becoming a little pussy hater. You know, it's intimidated by someone who's not afraid to speak up, who's not afraid to step out, who's not afraid of their own, the cost to themselves in some sort of public image. You know, I'll slap my own public image. I'll slap every member of the public that has some fake image of me. Honestly, you know what I mean? I could care. You know, it's not gonna come around me because I move too good. You know what I mean? It's never gonna be in my vicinity to slap because it knows it will get slapped. It knows that I'm the real. The fake always loses to the real. It always talks about the real. It's always the fan club for the real. That's the way it is. Yes. It's hard to be a diamond. It is. It's easy to be one of these other punks. You know what I mean? And it's disappointing for us diamonds, us winners who just want to see everybody else win, honestly. You know what I mean? Because we're spiritually graduated beings that are not stuck in all that dumb hater shit, child abusing shit. So, oh, me. Again, fear of the, you know, I've made plenty of mistakes. I'm not perfect. This video is not professional. You know what I mean? I could do a much better job. Dude, you should sit down and take, I'm telling thousands of truths and saying how I feel. If I die tomorrow, then people will watch them for sure.
Like this video. Share with your crew. Subscribe for more. Follow a Brandon Angel Fitness on Instagram.